Thank you for tuning in. We have here an open letter to atheists from a real, genuine priest, or at least I presume that he is real and genuine. So let's go ahead and listen to what he's got to say.
Atheists, thanks for clicking on this video. It means a lot to me, really. I'm a religious guy who's devoted my life to a God you don't believe in, so you're taking a bit of a risk here that I might insult you, make you feel bad about your life, or at the very least, waste your time. I really do appreciate it, and I hope not to do any of those things here. Rather, I'd like to pose a question to you. It's a very simple question, in fact. It is more of an exhortation from me to you. This question is not meant to trick you or convert you. I don't have some super ingenious question that will somehow inspire faith in a deity, as much as I'd love to. I'd rather just like to challenge you. You say that you're an atheist, that you don't believe in gods, and I just want to know one thing. Are you a good one? Are you a good atheist?
Good atheist? Me? Oh no, absolutely no way. I'm the worst of the worst.
It's a question that I ask with two things in mind. The first being related to morality. While religion in general and Christianity
Morality. Well, that's definitely a no-no from me. I'm such a sinner. Such a sinner, particularly after I became an atheist. Oh my God.
in particular doesn't necessarily make someone a moral person. These ways of life do necessarily demand morality of adherence. There is a particular code of life that one must live. In the case of Catholic Christianity, that code is...
I don't live by a code. I'm a typical atheist. I just go out and do whatever I want, and I don't regard anybody at all.
Is one of peace and justice, mercy and forgiveness. It's a code
I don't believe in any of those things.
that seeks to care for the poor and seek reparations for those who take advantage of the vulnerable.
Caring for the poor. Who wants to waste money on the poor? Dear me.
Now, Lord knows we don't always live up to our founder and have actually done some pretty atrocious things through the years, but it is our faith that at least informs us when we do these things and gives us and reminds us a moral code to live by.
If I were you, I would do more bad things. I would sin more and have a lot more fun in this life.
Reminds us that it's not an option. We must strive to be good people. Now, as someone who doesn't have this foundation, who doesn't believe in a God or a...
You know, striving to be a good person, it's so boring. It's so tirelessly boring. Why would anybody want to do that? It's much more fun to sin and be bad.
Here to a religion, there is no superstructure making this demand on your life. No
Well, that's what I like about atheism. There's no superstructure. There's nothing preventing me from doing what I want to do. Why do you think I chose atheism?
one telling you how to live in certain situations. Without a belief in an afterlife, there might be a feeling that all the world is futile, so what difference does it make?
Well, because I know there's not going to be an afterlife, and this life is finite, I want to go out there and have as much fun as I possibly can and sin as much as I want. Believe me, I'm a typical bad atheist.
This, of course, does not need to be the case. Some of the world's greatest humanitarians, some of the most influential figures today promoting peace and justice efforts,
have also had the most boring of lives. How tiresome.
are not adherents to a religion, but live morally out of a commitment to humanity, a recognition of our interconnectedness, an acknowledgement that there is something good in itself about loving one another.
What a tiresome way of living, trying to be goody good all the time. Much more fun to go out and sin.
About sacrifice. And so I ask you,
I don't want to sacrifice anything. I don't want to sacrifice anything for anybody. I won't do anything for anybody. I'm a typical bad atheist.
are you a good atheist?
No, I told you, I'm bad. I'm the worst. I'm the worst of them. I'm beyond any kind of redemption.
Even though there may be no eternal reward or punishment, even though you're free to do whatever you want.
That's right. I'm free to do whatever I want. I've got no superstructure. I can go out there and I can do exactly what I want. Just ride roughshod over everybody.
Do you choose the virtuous path that benefits?
No, I don't. Virtue is boring. It's tiresome. It makes me start to yawn and go to sleep. Go out and live and have a bit of fun. Go and sin a bit. A lot.
Not only you, but others? I hope so. The world needs good atheists.
I don't think the world needs good atheists. We need to go out there and party. We need to have a good time, and we need to sin loads.
Now, of course, the word good points to more than just a sense of morality. It also represents an evaluation of aptitude. When I ask if you're a good atheist, I want to know if you're good at being an atheist. Do you articulate why you don't believe in God in a coherent way?
I don't have to justify myself to anybody at all. I don't have to justify my non-belief to anybody at all.
Or you just think that religion's dumb, so use logical fallacies?
Well, I wouldn't say I use logical fallacies, but yeah, religion is dumb. It's so stupid. Why would anybody want to sign up to a code that tells you what you want to do, what you have to do all the time? I want to be free. I want to go out and sin as I please.
Have you explored the depths of your mind and heart, asking the real questions of
No, because I just like cheap, shallow pleasure, and lots of it.
life, of death, faith, and reason, seeking
Ah,
to...
this guy is so boring. What kind of boring life does he have? Praying on his knees, singing hymns. He's a Catholic, isn't he, right? So he can't have sex. Oh, my God. I mean, look, he's young now. I mean, what is he, mid-20s or something like that? But what is he going to be like in 10, 20, 30 years' time? Completely dried up.
to understand what this human life is really about. You just not want to go to church, so this'll do.
Well, my advice to you is to go out and live. Go out and sin. Have a good time.
Have you read the critical atheist thinkers of history? People like Nietzsche, Sartre, Feuerbach,
No, I haven't done any of that because I've been too busy sinning.
Heidegger, people who really ask the challenging questions, who pose thoughtful insights to the
Yeah, and they all had incredibly boring lives because they weren't enjoying themselves like I'm enjoying myself.
world. Or just stick with people like Richard Dawkins, people who
No, I don't listen to Dawkins either. I get bored with him. I just like to go out and sin.
provide great sound bites for the cause, yippee, but do little to add anything
And
to
you know something? In secret, Dawkins does a lot of sinning as well. And good on him.
the world other than strawman arguments and divisiveness. Have you read for yourself the works of real theologians, people articulating our beliefs in the best?
I've done plenty of reading. I've read, let me see now, Lady Chatterley's Lover by Lawrence, Sons and Lovers. That was another good one. Yeah, done plenty of reading.
Best way we know how. Karl Rahner, John Henry Newman, Joseph Ratzinger,
Oh, you're putting me to sleep again with all these boring people.
Augustine of Hippo, Henri de Lubac? Or do you stick with the simplicity of evangelical pastors from some rural anti-intellectual church?
No, don't do that either. I like to look at pictures of naked women and go out and sin.
I ask all of this not to be accusatory, at least not overly
Well, accuse me and I'll admit to it. I'm a sinner.
accusatory, but to simply challenge you to go deeper in your thought.
And I wear my sin as a badge of honor, so you can say what you want about me.
Simply declaring yourself an atheist and going about your life isn't enough.
No, first I'm a sinner, probably third or fourth down the list, then I'm an atheist.
Just as saying you're a Christian and never reading the Bible wouldn't be enough. Ask more questions. Read more perspectives. Be able to articulate your understanding of the world with logic and reasoning.
No, I articulate with great clarity my desires and my desire to sin.
That will actually add something to the world. Because here's the thing. People of faith need you to be good atheists.
People of faith are boring. They don't know how to have fun. Well, actually, there are some that do need to have fun, and they're the sinners. They're the sinners that are in your church. They're the ones that know how to have fun, and they're the ones that I want to meet.
We do. As a Christian, I don't want you to be a bad atheist with an unexplored mind.
Well, I want to be a bad atheist. I want to be bad, and I want to sin.
Just regurgitating fallacies. I want you to ask questions that we've never thought to answer. I want you to be so smart that it challenges us to be smarter.
Being smart is going out there and having a good time and making the most of this life while you can, and taking as much pleasure as you can.
As crazy as it sounds, I would much rather you be a good atheist than just an atheist.
Please, I don't want to be a good atheist.
And so that is my humble message to you, from one believer to a non-believer. We may not agree on much, but that doesn't mean that we don't need each other or can't learn something from one another. We do, and we can. Peace and good to you.
I think that you've got something to learn from me. I think you should relax. I think you should leave the Catholic Church. You should go out and find a partner, have a good time, go out and sin a lot and really live, because you are suffocating as a Christian. Go out and sin and leave religion and be a bad atheist just like me. Honestly, you'll be doing much better for yourself and for the world if you do exactly that. Well, let me know what you think about that open letter to an atheist, or to atheists from a priest, and let me know. Are you a bad atheist? Are you as bad as he imagines atheists to be? Or are you a good atheist? Bye for now.